how are you? Welcome. Thanks for joining me. I sure appreciate you. Hope you're having a great night. It's Wednesday. Happy hump day. Let's get into it. So I posted a bunch of new cutouts on my Etsy today. If you're not a follower, you should probably jump over there and start following along because there are so many on there that I added today of projects that I'm going to be doing here coming up really soon. So make sure that you're following, that you love my shop. If you want to get a link to it, you can always just comment the keyword, which tonight is the word fence. And the link down to my Etsy is right there. Okay? Let me see if I can find my page. It's here. I know it is. Okay, here we go. All right, we're all set. Okay, now I have this scarecrow fence project. Okay, here's the leaner. We're gonna paint the scarecrow first, and then we'll go back to the leaner. So I'm gonna start with the words Welcome Autumn and his hat. I'm just using this light blue. It's called Dusk from Waverly. Okay, so come hang out with me. I hope you enjoy this one. I'm really excited about these cutouts that I posted. So I have two different scarecrow projects that I shared on there today, and you're gonna love them. I can tell. I know you're going to, because I do. And a bunch of Halloween stuff. I might have gone overboard with the Halloween, but that's okay. I'm okay with it. So I hope y'all love Halloween as much as I do, because the cute little decor things that I have are just, they're too much for me. So now I'm going to have to take a big suitcase again whenever I go up to New Jersey in September to see my best friend Lindsay and all of her kids so that I can take her more Halloween decor, because I'm going to have too much. Hey Kathy, how are you? Is my keyword working? Let's find out. It seems to be. I don't know why it hasn't responded to you yet, but we'll keep an eye on it. There. Oh, hi Kathy. I thought it responded. I saw Kathy pop up. For some reason, I don't know what's going on. I'm so happy to see you here. I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay, good. I don't know why it didn't respond to you. I don't see a response, so normally it's supposed to respond on the post, but whatever. I don't know. Anywho, so make sure that you comment the keyword. Get a link to my Etsy right now. Until Friday, I'm running a sale on there where if you spend $100, you get 25% off. So hook yourself up with that. Plus, this cutout tonight is on sale until midnight. Just this cutout. If you want to get it at a discount, you're welcome to. Again, the link is in the message whenever you comment the keyword fence. All right. I'm liking this blue color. I need another light blue that's not like a baby blue, but like a kind of bright light blue. I don't know. I have a navy here that we're gonna also use, and maybe I could mix that one with white to get the color that my brain has created. Okay, so for the bottom of his shirt, we're gonna use this darker blue here. It is called Nautical from Home Decor. It's folk art. Chalk paint. Okay, so we're gonna just paint his little shirt. And so I told y'all last night we have a funeral to go to on Friday, and so I bought a new dress, and the one pair of heels that I have that are black that would go fine with this dress they're like the death shoes, okay? I don't know what I was doing in my 20s, but my entire 20s, I've always worked in an office, okay? I wore heels to work every day, and I'm talking sky-high heels. I'm 5'10", and so I would be like 6'2", going to work just having the most confidence of any person you've ever met, okay? Which was awesome. And it worked out great for me, okay? I was fine wearing heels like that. And now that I'm like older and I guess wiser, I cannot be wearing heels. And so I ordered some on Amazon last night, 2 pairs to try, and I think I found 2 winners. Okay, so this color is called orange yellow, which is funny that it's called orange yellow because I was looking through my paint stash a minute ago, like, I really need an orange yellow color. And then, bam. I didn't realize I had one called orange yellow, but apparently I did, so that's perfect. I'm going to have to do a couple coats here on the hair. I know it's on the edge of the screen, sorry. There's a lot of pieces, okay? And they're kind of big, so we have to work with what we've got to work with, okay? Now, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to set this to the side and come back in a second and do at least 1 more coat, maybe 2, okay? Because that's not bright enough for my liking. And then I have his little scarf here, which I pulled out this red. It's just called red. Nothing to it. Again, these Hissiko paints from Amazon are great. I love them so much. They are wonderful. I'm going to use my makeup sponge, a new makeup sponge on this one. And that's pretty bright, but I did pull out my distressing ink. I do want to distress these and add some detail so that they're not so bright, because he's a scarecrow. He's meant to be dirty. So we are definitely going to distress all of these pieces, okay? All right, I got his nose too, which is this little triangle right here, or like triangle with the top cut off of it, okay? I think that'll be good. We'll come back and see if we need to do another coat of that red, but I think we're probably good. This is just Dune Paste. I don't really have a skin tone type color that I love. This color works great for that. So I'm going to just throw some on this piece of cardboard that I have in my office from carrying cutouts in here. So I've been using paper plates, but I saw these. I had to get some new paper plates today, actually. I threw some in here from the kitchen, and so I brought them over here, and I thought, you know what? I have these pieces of cardboard that I threw on my floor to take back into my office so that I can put them on my cutouts on them whenever I ship them. Might as well use those. So here we are. Because paper plates are expensive, y'all. Groceries in general, everything I've been buying lately is ridiculous. I don't know how you people live out there in the world. Okay, my friend that has 6 kids, she has got to be spending thousands on groceries every month. Okay, her kids love fresh fruit. They eat blueberries and strawberries like by the truckload. Hey Zach, how are you? And like all organic everything. And I'm just appalled at what their grocery bill must be. I can't even imagine. Okay, I have me and Chris and my nephew that I feed on a regular basis here in this house. And I know I spend a lot on groceries, so I'm horrified. Okay? Absolutely horrendous, I'm sure. I don't know. I'm afraid to ask her what they spend on groceries because I might pass out. Just from the horror, you know? Alright. So, I think we're good. I'm going to give this hat another layer here. This Waverly paint is okay. It's not my favorite. It's kind of thin. I do prefer that Folk Art chalk paint because it's nice and thick. And obviously it dries matte because it's like a chalk paint, but I don't always have to use multiple layers, especially with, like, this is what I would consider to be a little bit of a darker color. And so I would think that I wouldn't need multiple layers, but here we are. So do with that information what you will. I do like folk art, but I hate that it comes in these like containers. This one does, Waverly does too, but I wish I could get a giant squeeze container like this, which I can, I'm sure. But have I? No, absolutely not. Haven't done it in a long time. I haven't bought paint. So what am I complaining for? I don't know. I just am. That's how I roll. All right, and then we've got a little bird with a button. I'm going to quickly just paint this guy with a marker, and I'm going to do his beak first so that then I can just color it with a marker. Let me move my chair over some so I can paint marker for the win, I swear. These are the best. Now, I have a white one that I pulled out, and hopefully that one's going to work. I know I've been complaining about paint markers. Have I bought a new one? No. White ones? No. I have not. Because, you know what? I haven't. I'm terrible. It's literally just a click away on Amazon, but I need to do that as soon as my live's over. Anyway, I found some cute shoes. 2 pairs, and I love them. Super excited to wear them, actually. And normally, I dread wearing heels because they kill my feet so bad. But I think these are going to be good. So this is just a brown marker. Switching that out for this button. There we go. Super easy. And then once my bird dries, I will dot on an eye for him. And then here's what I was thinking. Okay, so this is, it's called Chocola chalk marker. Okay, I did a couple of test dots over here, and this is not promising. Okay, it's kind of dry, in fact, so I'm not even going to entertain that. Let's see. Now, I have the 2 mystery markers over here. Now, who knows which one is the good one? If either of them is. Maybe it's this one. Who knows? But we're just going to do some dots. Okay? Not too much of a pattern, but also not super close together, okay? Just like that. There. That's good. And then my bird's not quite there with the being dry thing yet. Let's get him dry, and then I do actually probably need to come back and do my hair one more time too. Give him a little dot of white for his eyeball, and we can move him to the side. And then I'm going to come back and just hit that hair one more time with this orange yellow color. And then we can do a good dry for all of these and get them off my table so that we can do the fence, get that distressed, and then we can put it all together and distress the whole thing together. So anyway, make sure that you comment the keyword, which is the word fence. And tell me, do you have any plans for the weekend? We're leaving tomorrow afternoon to go to San Antonio for the night. I will be here doing a live tomorrow morning. As soon as I wake up and get dressed, probably going to pack tomorrow afternoon right before we leave, because I'm always, I don't know, I dread packing for some reason, which is not that hard. I'm leaving for one day, and I'm literally going to be wearing a dress on Friday, so it's not like I have a lot of options that I need to take for clothing. But I'm that way, okay? Whenever I travel for work, if I'm leaving in the afternoon, I don't pack until that morning, which I know is just terrible. And some people that I know would be horrified because they're packing like a day or two before, like 48, 72 hours before they leave, and I cannot. But I did get my house clean today. I did the dishes. I cooked dinner. I made stroganoff for dinner tonight. First time I've ever made that, but my friend Lindsay made it while we were in Pennsylvania, and I was inspired by that meal. It was so good. What I made tonight was not as good as the one she made, even though we used the same recipe. But whatever, it was fine. It was edible. My husband and my nephew and Ivy even had some. And there are leftovers that I can put into the fridge. And my garbage disposal nephew can finish it off whenever he wants. Alright, there's that. So let me just pull this all apart. Really liking that blue for the hat. And that little shirt turned out really cute too with the polka dots. Be careful pulling the words off of here. As always, they are fragile. I'm going to clean my hands up before I start touching everything and making a mess. Okay. Getting paint all over the place. His little face and his hands, of course. Those over there. The scarf, his nose, and a little tie for the scarf. And then our hair, which is basically dry, and our flower. Just set that right there. Alright. And then we have the fence. Okay, so try and fit this on this tape. Just like that. I have another, where am I? Oh God, y'all, this was open. That is terrifying. Okay. I knew I had a paint container around here somewhere. Now this is French linen. It's a light gray. I didn't want it to be too dark in the background, so hopefully this will do. The one thing that I don't love about the home decor, the folk art home decor chalk paint is that it gets really thick. Probably needs water added to it, but haven't done that. It does get super thick, especially like this is like the last quarter of the bottle, and it is, she thick, girl. All right. Sorry, it can be kind of weird. Apologize. All right. Anyway, so yeah, tell me, do you have plans for the weekend? Back to school is here, apparently. Y'all, that is so weird to me, okay? It's August 13th right now, today. And I don't understand what's happening, because we used to go back to school like the 24th, the 28th, which is my birthday. I would be in school the first, like that first week would usually be my birthday. And so them going back to school so early is very strange to me. And then a lot of schools, so we would start at the end of August and we would get out like right before Memorial Day in May, at the end of May. And so then we would have like a family holiday or whatever. For Memorial Day, we'd do a camping trip with my mom's whole family, which was super fun when I was a kid. And now I think they go until June. And I'm going, what's happening here? I don't understand it. Why are we extending it? I know that some kids get an extra fall break, which is also very strange to me. Never heard of that until we lived in Tennessee. And then I don't know if they do that in Texas too, in Houston area, but what? It's not just Thanksgiving. It's like an October week-long break. Stop giving them so many breaks. Just let them out sooner at the end of the year and start them later. It's fine. They'll survive. We did. I mean, I came out like this, so, I mean, you're pushing your luck, but, you know, it's fine. It'll be fine. They'll be good. I promise. Okay. Anywho, I think we're good there. I just did one layer. I'm going to distress this whole fence, so I'm not super concerned with my minimal coverage on this. Okay, but let me get this whole thing dry. I have my distressing ink here. I also pulled out my white one. Maybe we'll use that. We'll see. Hey Stephanie, how are you? Welcome. So the words are scored on these fence posts, or like the fence cross beam fence pieces or whatever, to help you and to help me, because I don't know where to place things. As y'all know, I need placement. And then the whole scarecrow is also scored on the fence backer. So there's no question at all where he's supposed to sit, okay? Super helpful, I think, to have that. Alright. And then while this is drying, I'm going to take, I use this thing for my used makeup sponges, throw those in there, and then I could probably use this again too, so I'll let that dry over here too. Maybe tomorrow I'll use it. So yeah, make sure that you go check out my Etsy, because there's a bunch of great stuff that I just added on there, and that sale ends on Friday, so if you want to get in on it, do that. Save yourself 25% whenever you spend $100. And of course, this cutout tonight is on sale already, so just till midnight, so you can grab it. Alright, set that to the side too. I feel like all my time is spent drying stuff. Okay, I think we're good. It has a little bit left to dry, just a tiny bit, but it's fine. It'll dry. Now, I have my distressing ink here, so what I'm going to do is get me some on my little dauber dilly. And these, I bought these on Amazon in a pack of like a bunch of them. And I love them because I can just use it multiple times, one of them, and then toss it when it gets to be used up. Okay, because they do kind of break down over time, especially using them on the edge of cutouts like this. Just gonna go around this whole thing on just the edges. Give it a little distressing. All right, just like that. And then, like I said a minute ago, I definitely, oh, we need to do these too. I want to do his scarf and some of the other pieces also of his clothing so that they just look a little roughed up. Okay, because he's just hanging out in the field all day, getting dirty, having dust fly all over him. He's not clean. But we love him anyway. He's a hard-working scarecrow, right? So this is a leaner, but you could absolutely add a hanger to it and use it as a door hanger too. It would be real cute as a door hanger. Okay. Oh, I guess I'm not done with that. So his scarf. Now, I really like the distressing on something red like this because you can really make it a deeper red. And give it some depth. And then I want to go along these score lines too, where there's like, I guess it's like folds in his scarf, how it's hanging on his neck. Like that. And then the little knot part too. Okay. Just like that. Okay, so it's good and dirty. And then I don't know if I'm gonna distress his shirt or not, but I definitely want to at least get the top of his hat and this top part here too, because this is like the brim. Okay, it's going to cover up that part, so I'm not going to worry about that part. Like that. Okay, so it sits, oh yeah, that's cute. Love it. All right. And then I did say that I pulled out the white one. There. And here's what I was thinking. Oh, I need to do his nose too with that other, with the brown. Now, on his hands, I'm going to kind of give him a little bit of a white around the edges. And then I was thinking, hopefully I don't mess this up, that I could do like an ombre type effect. On the words. Which, yeah, I can. And then same on Autumn too, okay? Just on the bottom part. Cute. Gives it something. You know? Alright. Then his cheeks. Definitely his cheeks need something. Let me hit his nose really fast with this. Just gonna do the whole thing. He's dirty. Okay? And that red really needed to not be so clean. Alright, my favorite unused blush. Okay. I know his head's shaped like a football, but we'll get there. I promise. It's all going to come together here in a minute. Okay? All right. So let us begin at the beginning and start putting pieces together here so that whenever we're ready to glue the whole thing together, it easily goes together. So hands go right here. Just like that, okay? His hat can be glued together. And just stick fast works so great for something like this. You could definitely use hot glue if you want to, but I only use hot glue for big projects these days anymore. Just because stick fast really is where it's at. I don't have to wait for it to get heated up. It's holds really, really good. And for something like a door hanger, if it's gonna have sun on it, I'm not trying to use hot glue. Okay, now I forgot about his eyeballs. I don't have cutouts for his eyes. I thought I did, but then whenever this thing got cut, it didn't have eyeballs, so we're improvising and just coloring them in, okay? There's a spot on there for them, so you know where they're supposed to be. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and glue the words on here too. Very little. Very nice. And then take some concentration. Like coloring in the lines. I need to be silent for it. Okay. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and then, oh, you know what? I feel like the ends of his hair are not this perfect golden color. Okay, he's a little raggedy. His hair's just like out there whipping in the wind, you know, so he needs to have some dirt on him. Oh, and then the other thing that I wanted to do also is I saw something I wanted to try on that little bead. I mean, on the button. Okay, there. His little flower is not perfect either, so that's good. And then this bead is just far too clean for my liking. So I just wanted to add a little bit of white. So I just used what was left over on my little dauber that I used for the white and just did something to it. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Maybe it's going to be art and come all together. I don't know. I just saw it somewhere and I thought it was cute like that. Okay, so now everything is coming together. Let me move that so that I don't spill it. Get his eyes good and dry before I move on, or else I will mess him up. Make sure he's completely dry there. And then we have our fence right here, remember? And all of our pieces can come together now. So let me just do the thing. Okay, so we know his shirt goes at the bottom, okay, and all the pieces, like I said, are scored on here. The sign that says welcome goes on the top, the word autumn on the bottom, and uh-oh, going to be a problem. So I might have an issue here. I may have to do something else. I don't love this, but it's going to be flipped. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything works out sometimes. It's okay. So maybe glue his hands after you get all of it put together. That would be the #1 takeaway that I'm having right now from this experience. Okay. There we go. All these pieces should fit together. Oh my gosh. What a little cutie. Oh my gosh. His hair should fit perfectly there too. And then our little bird is just going to sit up on top and just like so. Okay. So let us begin at the beginning, and we already glued that hat together, okay? So you don't need to glue it. I am going to pull this off, and I'm going to, no. I'm going to go ahead and glue down his hat. So that I can fit his hair in there on his head, okay? And then right on the board, just a little bit of stick fast. And it goes right in, okay? Like that. His little scarf. Y'all, he's a cutie. And then I'm going to do the sign first, okay? And then I am going to add a little bit of glue to his hands so that they glue to the sign below. And just drop that right in there like that. And then his hair. Okay. Glues right on top of the face. Now, that should sit in there perfectly. So if you need to kind of move it around to arrange it, do that. Okay, which is another reason I just love stick fast. Now, the other thing that I want to do is there's this little line right here on his hat that kind of is like it's like a little score line. Say hi to Dozer. He's barking his face off as usual. I don't know what he's barking at. Who knows, really. Hopefully you can't hear Ivy screaming because that's who he's barking at. Okay. My line was a little thick right there, so, or I kind of went off kilter there, so. There we go. Perfect. I love it. And then I do want to get a little, hey Gwen, I am going to get a little paintbrush, okay? And I'm going to add just a tiny bit of water to it. I'm going to dip it into this paint right here. Let me close this. And I still don't have a toothbrush in here. I need to grab one. Okay, just a little bit of paint on it, and then I'm going to just get that off of there and add a little bit of water so that it's kind of runny, but not, I don't want it super runny, okay? But I'm going to splatter a little bit. All over, okay? And I think he's pretty darn cute, if I do say so myself. I'm really liking this one. So you can comment the word fence, grab this for yourself, go shop my Etsy, check out all the stuff I added today, and let me know what you think. I love you all. I hope you have a great night. Look how adorable this guy turned out. And I hope you love him. See you later.